Welcome to the broadcast. It's April 4th, 2025. What a world we live in, and what a good time to see you. My fine Twitch chatters, how are you doing? How is your day? How is your life? How is your liberation? We're now living in a post-Minecraft movie world. That's crazy. We've gotten to see Jack Black as Steve. For those of you who complain about the era we live in, understand that people before this time never got to experience Jack Black as Steve. You get that. People lived and died for thousands of years without that knowledge, and now you get to see it. Atrioc, can I have your money? My portfolio is gone. K, thanks. Awkward. You want me to sell my gold bars to give you cash? Wait, sorry. I'm in the shower and my girlfriend is using my account to type in chat. But you're typing in chat now. Does that mean you are the girlfriend? Or what does that mean? What does that mean? I took my cousin to see the Minecraft movie and he brought up Minecraft Civilization. You mean Parkour Civilization? That's funny. Like it's a fucking spinoff. Like they're both part of the same cinematic universe. Mr. Atrioc. First time on Twitch, big time, big A viewer though. Dude, you know who reached out to me today? This is a fucking big ass content creator. Can you guys guess? One of the top 10 streamers on Twitch sent me a DM today and said, yo, I fucking love your content. Top 10 on Twitch. You think Ludwig's top 10, little bro? Come on. Come on, bro. You think Lud is top 10 or would say he fucking loves my content in a DM? Thinking. Oh, someone got it. It was Cadril. Cadril reached out. I was shocked. I didn't even know if he'd ever heard my stuff. Cadril reached out and said he fucking loves my YouTube. That's pretty cool. You guys don't know fucking Cadril? Guy gets like fucking 50K average. He's the biggest League of Legends streamer. He must have read the Fizz guide. I figured he must have read the Fizz guide. He probably watches me for my League of Legends skill now that I think about it. If I had to guess why Cadril likes my content, in one word, it would be the raw. Well, that's not one word. In raw. That's it. Just raw. How raw it is. I think he just knows that I understand game like that. I ball like that. Asked about an updated. Yeah, you messaged me and said, hey, big dog. Love the YouTube. I'm trying to start this Los Ratones team, but I'm not good enough at Fizz. Could you write an even more updated guide? And I said no. Because I'm not obsessed with clout. Okay, you can't throw your clout at me, Cadril. 4 minutes late. Well, you're gonna be 10 minutes late to chatting because I'm timing you out. See you in fucking 10 minutes. Year of kindness? Oops. Oh, I guess it wasn't so kind. What are you gonna do? I think the Minecraft movie's gonna sell super well for real. The reviews aren't great. I have a scout. I have a recon officer. I have in my employ a man named Quack who is staying with me this week. He is living in the room right next door. And he right now is out seeing the Minecraft movie. And he's going to come back probably during this stream and report on its quality. And so he will tell us. He'll give us a live Quack review on the Minecraft movie and whether or not it fucking... Nice shirt, lil bro. Where'd you get it? The nice shirt store. Where'd I get this shirt? That says LeBron on it. Because my 40-year-old goat dropped 30 points last night, even though they lost because Luka couldn't hit a three to save his goddamn life. I got this shirt from the nice shirt store. Yeah, I got this shirt from. I think Stan's bought this for me because I've been such a glazer. I think this is a gift from Stan's because I wouldn't shut up about LeBron James. And that's what a good friend is for. What a fucking goat. What a friend that will fucking not only indulge my glazing but help me out with it. How about that? Let me get a hat real quick, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. By the way, if you are at all interested in a two-tone navy blue beige top Enron hat, we are about to move on to the next thing. So if that is something you want in your repertoire, it would be a good time to check out failedcos.co. If not, no problem. Made in the U.S. Actually, what I do is I have Aiden fly to a sweatshop that I've set up in Bangladesh, and I have Aiden. It is made by an American, Aiden, but I make it in Bangladesh because I can get like the temperature hotter there, and really make it like difficult. I make him actually sweat, and he stitches them by hand, and they are well made. Link to hat, failedcos.co, failedcos.co. Do you have a baseball cap without the top thing? You hate the feel of that? No. You mean this thing? The thing that's like part of how a hat works, baseball hat works? No, I don't have that. What happened to the Falkland sweatshop? I pivoted them all to making more squid. Hey, Atrioc, I wouldn't normally bring this up because I don't like bringing up trauma dumping in the first 10 minutes of stream. But this is crazy, and it's a first-time chatter. My girlfriend just left me using ChatGPT. Dude. I believe I dodged a bullet there, but goddamn, people don't even have the respect people anymore to think of how to break up. By the way, it was a 3-year relationship. She left a 3-year relationship with a fucking ChatGPT message? Did it have the M dash? Did it use words like concordantly? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Spearheaded. Furthermore, and then it goes to the bullet points with the... well, that sucks, but yeah, it seems like you dodged a bit of a bullet. Well, I don't know. I think we're not dodging the bullet. Maybe you are dodging a bullet in that one case, but I think societally we're eating the bullets. It's like, she's not the only one, dude. People are using it for everything. People are using it for everything. Man, that's brutal. 3 years and she ends it with ChatGPT. That's not just lazy. That's cowardly. This is a fucking ChatGPT post. Bro, you can literally tell. It's the way. That's so fucking crazy. That's so fucking crazy. That's the joke? I know it's the joke. It's just funny. I work at an e-discovery firm and we deal with company mergers, frauds all the time. I'm hanging these hats in my office. Pog, champ. Thanks for checking them out. It's the next evolution of breaking up through text, except now the person doesn't even take time to write the text. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's two parts to it that are bad. One, that she wrote a message at all instead of telling you in person. If it's a 3-year relationship, it should be a conversation. It shouldn't be a text, ChatGPT or otherwise. That's the first problem. And the second part, if you're going to write a text, I mean, you could write something hard. If you don't want to, if you can't articulate your thoughts in person because you get too emotional, then you better write out what you actually feel and not have ChatGPT write a fucking generic ass breakup message. But what are you going to do? You know, we're outsourcing our emotional management to robots, and I think it will all work out well. I think it'll work out fine. I guess my one thought on this is that, you know, we're all shitting on this woman and being like, this is bad. And everyone agrees if it's done to them, it's bad. But much like when you tell someone like something like not to shop at Amazon or something, they all agree until it's their use case. And then it's like, this is different. Like at least 70% of you are like, yeah, what the hell is this bitch doing? And then you're going to have to like write something for a friend and you're not going to, and you're going to chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to, it's just, so I just know, that's how I've just seen it in marketing so much. People have expressed preferences and then revealed preferences, and they're different. They're like way different, shockingly different. Yeah, you should ask your streamer to write a breakup for you. Like as a streamer, I could write a great breakup message. I could say, hey, girl, you're actually getting in the way of me watching more of my favorite content creator. So you gotta go, all caps. And then, sorry, we won't be celebrating Crongemas together. It'll have to get a little crinky without me. Well, guess it's about time for me to be wrapping up. Glizzy, 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 your friend, and then your name. Bars. Bars. I'm sorry, but I've done it. It's poetry. It's fucking poetry in motion. Big, I have to know your thoughts on Ovechkin tying Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record. Here's my big question. I know, because I know ball, all right? I know, in this case, puck. My understanding is that Ovechkin and Gretzky have played almost the exact same number of games. Like Ovechkin was like 6 games away from number of games. And so the real question was, could he tie or beat his record in the same number of games? Did he do that? Ovi has 1 less, which means he has 1 more game to score 1 more goal and then beat the record in the same amount of games. Is that what you're saying? Big fucking deal. So if he scores just 1 goal in the next game, that's undisputed. I mean, there's no way around. He did it in the same amount of time. What I'm saying is move them chains. If he fumbles it, it's a tie. Honestly, if he doesn't score, everyone will be happier maybe. Except for diehard Ovi fans. But maybe everyone will be like, wow, that's legendary. 2 legends. And then they'll shake hands. You know? What if he self-goals? Do they -1 if you own goal? What if he gets up there and own goals 2,800 times? It goes back to 0. And the record is ruined. It's blown. Holy cinema. And he's really frustrated. He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, God. He's sweating. I'm too nervous. I'm choking. He keeps own goaling. Not again. I was so close. Steph Goat. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk or look at Steph Curry for at least a week. God, I don't hate him because of what he did in the Olympics, but I want to hate him. I watched them fucking beat the Lakers last night. It's not even fucking Steph's fault, though. It's Luka's fault. But I'm not mad at Luka. He drops 30 every other game. He just didn't show up. Didn't show up. Do you think Steph Curry ever feels pressured to order curry when he gets Indian food? Now, these are the fucking questions I come to Twitch chat for. This is the question I want the Twitch chat's opinion on. Yes, I actually think he does. I think the waiter like goes around and like, oh, what would you like? What would you like? And then he gets to Steph and he's like, I know what you like. Don't even have to ask you, chef. Chef Curry with the, I got yours, and he writes it down. But Steph actually wanted like something else. He wanted chicken biryani. But now he feels like he has to smile along. He wanted tikka masala. I low-key believe that. Who you got for MVP? Jokic, dude. He dropped 60. He's carrying a god-awful team. But I don't, it's not, I don't care too much, honestly. MVP's never been a thing that matters that much. God awful team, bro. I watched both recent Nuggets games where fucking West Brick choked it, choked it hard, choked a wide open layup that I could have made at the end. No, dude. Bad inbound. No, that shit was. Love the Lemonade Stand episode this week. Thank you. I thought it was our best one yet. And it's performing the best yet. I thought it was our best episode yet. But it's so funny. Can I tell you guys? So, Aiden and Doug have never done content where it's like, what you could say politically charged. Any content that might get commentators riled up. And I'm going to say they're freaking out about it, but they're stressed. If they ever get a comment that's like negative on something they said, and I'm like, bro, I've been through the fires and the flames. It's like, you try talking to some Germans, bro. I can handle this all day. I'm fired up. It's no issue, but like Doug's like kind of sad about it. So I was like pep talking him today. I was like, bro, relax. I mean, you were excellent this episode. You brought fucking passion and fire and interesting subjects. And are you surprised at how well it's doing? It's doing better than I thought it would, for sure. But not that I thought it would do bad. I just thought it would take longer to get to like over 100. I thought we wouldn't get 100K for a while on views. And maybe we still won't. We don't know where it's going. Early episodes, you don't know. I'm not gonna overly think about it. Because right now we're still learning and figuring shit out, but it's a lot of fun. So I like doing it. I sincerely like doing it because of how fun it is. When Squeaks joining the podcast, I'm not kidding. If Squeaks lived in LA, I would have moved heaven and earth to try and get him on the podcast. I think it'd be hilarious. 4th edition. But he doesn't live in LA, and I wouldn't do a digital one. But we've been kind of doing the chai stand, me and Squeaks. Every now and then he drops into my stream, I drop into his, and we just talk about life and shit. We're calling it the chai stand. We've been doing it. It just happens every now and then. It's fun. I love talking with Squeaks. He's a hoot. He's probably my favorite streamer right now. I think him and NL have really hit a really nice spot of just pure good feeling, good vibes content. I think they're great. I think they're awesome. And Stans, obviously Stans. I love Stans too, but sometimes his hours are not good for me. Do you know 0-2? It's the Bulls against the Lakers this year. You say the Lakers against the Bulls for trying to be mean to me. Anyway, I'm not fucking worried, okay? I'm not fucking worried because the Bulls only play well against the Lakers and they start shitting the bed other times. Josh Giddey's fucking trash unless somehow the Lakers are playing and then he becomes a fucking... He puts on the like Mike shoes, dude. He fucking gets the fucking Space Jam ball. It's fucking... I don't give a shit. He's bad otherwise. He's not going to be in the fucking playoffs. What do you think about the beef export ban for Australia? Because now your Big Macs will be more expensive. If there's one thing America has plenty of, it's beef, bro. We do import beef, don't get me wrong, because we love beef and we eat a lot of it, but that's the least thing I'm worried about is beef. We have beef for days, and we got beef with everybody. We're beefing, says Truman. 1944, 1945 to Japan before giving the fucking okay order. Have you watched any Fox News recently? They're in damage control. I watch Fox News 8 hours a day, every day. That's where I get all my opinions. Every piece of content I do is just simply regurgitating what I heard on Fox News that day, because that's where I think the best and the brightest and the most serious intelligentista takes come from. And that's where I fucking pull it. Yeah, I knew it sounded familiar. Is that what FT stands for? Fox time? Yeah. When I say I'm reading the FT, it means I'm having my Fox time, which is all day. If that's the case, you'll be Secretary of the Interior in 2 years. God willing. God will. I'll be such a fucking... I should be Secretary of Education. Okay? And I'm going to educate these kids by, number one, getting them factory jobs. Because that's the real education is a hard day's work. Okay? Get them fucking actually producing things in this economy. Secondly, I'm canceling homework. Yeah! Who wants homework? Parents just don't understand. I'm going to get rid of homework. Okay? No homework. And every school lunch comes with a free pack of Gushers. Yeah! Yeah! So everybody gets Gushers at lunch, and everybody gets no homework. And everybody gets a factory job, which they will work at 8 to 6. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Done and done. Locked in. Can I get the smooth, refreshing Marlboro Red? Yeah, we should get kids back to smoking. God, I just want to see like a 8-year-old in a fucking hard hat doing hard manual labor at a factory job and then smoking a pack of Reds. That's how you'll know the country's back, dude. That's how you'll know the country's fucking back. That's a vibe. You think that kid's fucking stressed about his iPad? No, he doesn't have time. That kid's not watching Coco Melon. He's fucking worried about how to pay child support. He's complaining about his ex-wife. A Newport for every child. Atrioc, is it a good or a bad sign that I see more people angry about the Nintendo Switch pre-orders being passed due to tariffs than they were all about the constitutional stuff, including room doing rule? It's just called being people. It's not good or bad. It's just human nature. It's just human nature. That's just how people work. I don't know. If you stress yourself out about it, you'll be stressed for your whole life, and it will never change. Okay? It just people are more attentive to the problems that directly affect them. And it will never change, and it's not worth getting stressed over. And honestly, If you want to see yourself as helping, then find a way to frame the problems in ways that directly affect them. Affrect. Fuck! I said affrect! My point, my nuanced point is now destroyed. Fuck. Oh, I've been destroyed in the marketplace of ideas. I said affrect. Oh, curses. I am now banished to the dustbin of history. Hey, I have a thing to say. That people need to understand. If you're watching this, please include this somewhere in a fucking clip. It's not a main clip, but it needs to be said. People need to understand it because I saw some misunderstandings about tariffs specifically. So one thing I think people didn't understand was like, let's say Nintendo wanted to have a higher price to bake in possible tariffs. They wanted to have a higher so they could absorb the increased cost from a tariff. People were like, well, that doesn't make sense because if it's $450, will the tariff be higher than if it was, why don't they make the price lower and then the tariff makes it go up to $450? Right? That's the thought. Why wouldn't you have the price be $400 and then plus $50 tariff and then it's $450 rather than start at $450? And that is because that's a misunderstanding of how tariffs work. Tariffs do not charge you based on the MSRP. This is the MSRP that they charge at the store. MSRP. Tariffs charge you based on the cost. I think it's cost in it's CIS value. I think CIS is what it's called. It is. Let's say it costs $290 to make. That's cost. There's $5 for insurance. That's the I. And there's $5 for shipping. Shipping. That's the S. And then you get the tariff on the 300. So if it's a 10% tariff, you will pay $30 plus $30 tariff equals $330 to Nintendo. That's what they have to pay. That's what it costs them to make it and ship it and tariff it. And then they charge $450. Now, realistically, we don't know what it costs to make a Nintendo Switch, but it's something like this. And they baked in the $450 price to assume there's going to be a big tariff. Let's say it's let's say it's 300 again. And Vietnam's tariff is 43%. So what is that? 120 something, 129? What is 43% of 300? I don't have a fucking calculator. 46%, 120. Let's just say 129. 129. It's like a realistic amount. So that's 429, and they charge 450. You understand? So they baked in an expensive tariff into the cost, so that they can keep it this way and not to lower it. I think it's just worth understanding that basically the main thing you have to understand is that tariffs are charged on what it costs to make, not on what you charge for it. So you might charge a high price up front to be protected from having to raise it when you get a tariff. I think people were confused about that, and it's very easy to explain, and I thought I'd do it right now, and then we can just throw it in somewhere. So you're saying cis is their gender. No, that's not what I'm saying. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. That's not a word that I said. Basically, what I'm saying is woke Tendo is trying to fucking tax the cisgender straight men, okay? And that's how you're getting fucked over by woke Tendo. But what's funny is, so I don't know if it's funny, but Nintendo delayed pre-orders because of these tariffs. Because while they did predict there would be some tariffs, I don't think they predicted 43%, 46% on Vietnam, where they're making all their fucking Switches. And so they're kind of, they might still be losing money. Like, This calculation is napkin math. We don't know what this actually costs. It could easily be plus 129 or whatever this is. This could be 350 to make a switch. I don't know what their profit is on a switch. And so they baked in a little buffer room that might be overblown. They could be losing money on every switch too because of this large. I mean, this is a huge, 43% of the cost added as a tariff is huge. That's massive. So they might be launching Switch 2 at a loss or having to, anyway, what I think they're doing is they're delaying, because look, they're not delaying the launch day. They're delaying the pre-orders. Because I think what they're going to try to do is hope that a deal gets made between Vietnam and America and Trump retracts the tariffs. I believe that is what they're hoping. They're hoping by the time they do an order that the fucking tariffs won't exist. They're trying to just wait it out because it's going to be unpopular so immediately. And Vietnam, again, does not tariff us. Despite what Trump's chart says, Vietnam does not have tariffs on the United States. Or maybe like they have a general purpose tariff on everything for like 9%, but it's not fucking 80% that he said. So, it's just, it's hopefully it gets figured out. Hopefully it gets figured out. Is it wrong to want to be rich? I don't want to play a part in a society that benefits rich people, but I also want to be stupid rich. It's a dilemma. I'm naive here. No, it's not wrong to look around at society and see that there's massive, massive benefits to your, quality of life, health, freedom, ability to have a house, ability to have a kid, ability for having money and think, man, I want some money. That's pretty normal incentive structure. I think you can try to take care of yourself financially as best you can while still advocating for more equitable distribution of resources and a society that is a little more structured positively. I think those are both compatible. Although I'm reading a book. And when I say reading, this arrived today. I read fucking the intro, so. The 5 types of wealth. And I think I'm going to make a presentation on this. I didn't think I'd like this book, and I maybe still don't, but it already got me hooked. It's about the different types of wealth other than just money. And has examples of people who have overly focused on financial wealth to the detriment of the other 4 that have, they end up very unhappy and sad. And so, interesting. It's interesting. Save us money by telling us everything in the book? I think I will. As much as I legally can. I think I'll make a presentation on what I learned from this. I think it would be interesting for people to think about. It's like social wealth, physical wealth. It's like, health, relationships. I think mental wealth is one of them, like feeling less stressed. A lot of them could be tied back to money, but I think it's interesting. Skibbity wealth is one of them. If we're going to have stagflation, try buying a house. Should I try buying a house now, or does the risk of recession cancel the percentage rate raising case? You are asking me to not only determine the exact fate of all upcoming signals in the market, but not without even knowing where you live, tell me what the price of a house will do in both the short and the long term. That's a great question for your first time chatter. I'm afraid I have the exact answer, but I can't give it to you until you tier 3 sub. A tier 3, I'd give you that. I would tell you exactly what it is, but can't do it, unfortunately. Tough but fair, You're good, so they never do it for free. Oh, speaking of doing things for free, I hope charities can work for free because I have a fucking grim update on the Doug stock competition. After 4 months and 2 days of the competition, we have officially put all 5 members into the red. For the first time, I am now down $9. Not a single one of us is contributing to charity. We put in $10,000 each, and all we've done is lost $6,500 for charity. What happened? Fucking Liberation Day happened, bro. Dude, look at the... Where's the tracker? Look at Liberation Day on this. Oh, you can't see it. Fuck, let me move my face. Look at Liberation Day on this chart. Holy shit, the charities got liberated, I'll tell you that. I was really close today. It bounced around. Today it was like I was positive $4, negative $1, positive $5. It was like up and down. The market was fighting, and then it capitulated at the end, and I went down 9, and we ended the closing bell with a 5 negative streak. I was holding as strong as I could. In large part to the fact that Chili's is now yet again negative. Tragic in these tough times, dude. That really pushed me over the edge. And the fact that I pick, it's like I spend fucking 2 years straight saying we're over dependent on Mag 7 and how Mag 7 is like shaky ground and how it's overrepresented and how the PE ratios are too high. And then my first pick, Google. I was just pressured by the draft format. I didn't want to get sniped. I'll take Google. Fucking make 8 videos. We're way too into Mag 7. Get a stock draft. Fucking stupid. I think I'll take Google. Anyway, even though I am losing 0.09%, I am beating the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ by quite a bit. So it's not recession proof, but we're holding. Stans has officially gone 9 out of 10 red. But what I will say for Stans is that in real life, he only owns this stock. This is the only one he owns. So W Stans IRL in this for charity, he has picked a bunch of trash, but and then where's Doug? Doug is so close to 10 reds. Dude, Doug is so close to a 10 red bomb. Yikes. Palantir is the last holdout. Dude, if I switched Google with Berkshire Hathaway, which was on my list, but I thought, whatever. We'd be rock solid. Just trust an old man Buffett. Anyway. And then also, I had to take Goldman Sachs because I was going to do Albertsons plus Kroger, but then Ludwig fucking sniped me and went, I would have fucking Albertsons Kroger because I was betting on the merger. He fucking Krogered me. He yoinked me. Ba-ba-da-ba. Red hot chili garlic. I want to thank you for that 12 months, sir. I really appreciate it. 1 year. How time has flown at our time together. Your iconic chat messages sit with me always. Like that time you said, yay is the goat. Wasn't that long ago. Interesting message. What about the time you said he said poor equals dumb, that's the law. I'm picking the worst. He's like, most of these are nice. You ever think you'll join a box boot camp? I have. I did decently in it. Not amazing, but I did well. Maybe I will one day again, but I'm trying to be less TFT pilled, actually. Fighting Ishin right now. Can the Glamour wish me luck? Arigato. Gozaimasu. Yeah, good luck. You will win. Wakanda forever. If that helps. If that helps, Wakanda forever. Good news, Big A. What's this? The markets are looking like they are in extreme fear. When not long ago, we were in extreme greed. Interesting. Well, buy the dip then. I'm not going to, but go for it. Go for it. Teflon Dawn is scaring the hose. Truer words have never been spoken. Thank you for writing them, modern day Shakespeare. I majored in marketing because of your Marketing Monday videos, but I'm taking a semester off to work on my indie game with a small team. Do you have any advice for me after going through on releasing to get to work? Yeah, I mean, as the person who primarily coded and made Get to Work what it was today, my advice would simply be grit, I guess, determination, hard work, understanding Booleans, understanding databases. You know, that's probably a big thing for me. Understanding C#. That's going to be a big one. I would say don't just hello world, hello kitty, if that makes sense. But I'm just a programmer, so what could I ever fucking get through to your simple marketing brain? No, I don't think I can give great advice, bro. I think that would be a case of me applying my uniquely lucky situation and telling you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. The fact is, I found an incredible developer in Canada, so I only had to pay Canadian dollar prices, and I had a channel. I had a fucking ability to market, not just through good marketing, but through an audience. And so the combination of the two worked pretty well, but I wouldn't say it's easily duplicatable. Isto would have great advice. He knew how to do indie dev without a streamer involved. One thing I'll tell you, I learned this a lot. I learned this quite well. We did a lot of studying. If you're going to be an indie dev, pick a genre that people actually buy. Unless you think you're the absolute fucking GOAT, don't try to invent a new genre. Don't try to pick a genre that, don't think you're above roguelikes. Don't think you're above a horror game. Make a game that you can get some people to understand and try. That shit works. There's a strong correlation between sales and popular genre. Supply the demand, yeah. What unbiased news outlets could you recommend subscribing to for everyday person to keep up to date with global business news? I would say I would watch this show called Marketing Monday. I'd probably do full retention watches on all the big A clips. And then, obviously not just that guy, but I would go out and I would try this podcast called Lemonade Stand. And I think if you have those three, you have a complete, wide-ranging picture of the financial world that will then keep you up to date, informed, and most importantly, keep me farming ad revenue. Front butt, thank you for the 5 gifted. That and Fox News, yeah. Hey, Atrioc, you talked about how the K-shaped economy, if we were to go to full recession, markets, GDP would drop. But would a lot actually change for lower income people as long as they didn't lose jobs? Your question is almost impossible on its face because they will lose jobs. that's like one of the defining characteristics of a recession. They will lose jobs. The layoffs are already spiking incredibly. I mean, this last Challenger jobs report showed the highest layoffs since COVID, since 2020. And before that, it was the GFC. Here, I'll even pull the chart up for you because I don't want to be misleading anybody. This is Challenger job cuts, right? Look at you. I got to move your chat here. Look at this fucking spike. This is before the tariffs. We're here. This is job cuts. So, there's just no world where you have a recession and you don't have job losses for regular people. If you're a regular person, you don't own any stocks or housing, and you manage to keep your job that is paying you a wage that you like, then yeah, your effects will be a lot less than most people. Yes, for sure. But understand that's hard to fucking rely upon. That's difficult. But yes. Guys, that just happened. 2011 era millennial responding to fucking job destruction. Is this going to affect bacon prices? Am I going to have to share food with my doggo? I'm looking at my paycheck. Can I even has cheeseburger? I'm actually cracking myself up. I fucking love millennials. They're the best. We're the best. Millennials are the best, dude. God damn. My boyfriend keeps muttering to himself, we had to get through Hoover to get to FDR like it's a prayer. That is what my November 20th Big A clip, my post-election Big A clip was like. It was like basically that. I was like, bro, we'll get there. Big A. Do you have any thoughts on the Mar-a-Lago Accord thing that Stephen Barron published? Do you think that's actually what Trump is running? I think that's what he wants you to think he's running. Truthfully, I don't think there's a plan. I mean, truthfully, I just think it's just too ad hoc to have any serious long-term plan. I think it legitimately is. It's just too chaotic. It's too impossible to plan by, and chaos is kryptonite to markets, to businesses, to investments, to future planning. Um, you want me to write a book? Bro, I know my audience. If I'm gonna write a book, it's gonna be a fucking picture book. Hey, thanks for the gifties. I'm gonna write a fucking picture book. It's gonna be like Clifford the Big Red Stock Market. A fucking red line down. Hey, thank you for the gifties, Goose Willis. I appreciate that. I mean, not that I'm against ever doing it, but understand. I don't think I'm a. Um, I would have. I have to practice. I have to learn to have the skill set to write a book. Number one, and then number two, I think like one of the core themes of my content is like, hey, this stuff's all really important and interesting, but the ways people hear about it are too boring. So like, there's opportunity for me to make it less boring, and like put it into visuals and go where people are on YouTube, and that's like my whole theme. So it would seem like I'm undoing my whole purpose to write a book that nobody that I'm targeting would read. Are you saying books are boring? I don't think books are boring, but I do think that it's not where the people I want to reach are. I think if I were to hit the market that regularly reads business books, I would not. Maybe I could get people to try it, but I just see it. I see it differently. I think people are turned off of books. And it's not necessarily their fault. I mean, things are so demanding of attention nowadays. And school doesn't really show you how fun or cool reading can actually be. Kind of makes it boring and cringe. So, what if I write a romantasy novel about me like fucking a dragon? And then I publish it on TikTok. That could make some fucking money. That could make some fucking money. Or if I really want to sell a book nowadays, I have to include smut in it. So what if it's like a story about Jerome Powell raising or lowering interest rates, but also he's fucking an orc. Or like a werewolf. It's like the werewolf in the Federal Reserve is what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this could be interesting. The Werewolf of Wall Street. Yeah. This has like fucking The Fault in Our Basis Points. Have you read Fourth Wing? No, I haven't, but I do. Like, you go to Target, as a millennial does. I go there to fucking recharge. And you see the wall of books, and it's like all TikTok smut. It's like Fourth Wing, and it's all like fantasy, romance, TikTok. The 50 Shades of Jay. Holy cinema! 50 Shades of Jay. That's a fucking banger. And he's like financially dominating. Oh, this would sell. This would fucking sell. I don't get it. What's Jay? Jay Powell. Jerome Powell. But he's called Jay. He's our chairman of the Federal Reserve. Hey, Delta Puma, thank you for the 5 gifties. Much appreciated. Good goddamn. Today, there was some stuff I wanted to react to. Some interesting videos we could learn from. What else did I want to talk about? There's a lot I want to talk about. People found a lot of old JD Vance tweets where he like very, very clearly articulated how much he didn't like trade protectionism. And is now defending these tariffs. It's hard to tell with JD Vance whether, because if you really read his old writing, it's like so clearly, not like haphazardly, but clearly and articulatedly against the things he currently stands for. And it feels like he either, and more likely, just realizes how you can get powerful and said, fuck it, I just want to be powerful. Or is like some kind of the deepest sleeper cell agent of all time. And is trying to do whatever it takes to get presidency in 28 and then fucking... he's going to fucking tear off his mask. I have no idea. It's so strange. He's not... This is not like a idea he didn't think about. He thought about it deeply. He has like long writings on this. It's just funny. Yeah, he's maybe Winter Soldier. He might see the right couch and just activate. What else did I see? I saw a lot of LeBron songs. Oh. Okay. Wait. Does anyone have that guy? Oh, wait, I can find this. I can find this. Just give me 1 second. This is worth explaining. This needs to be. Sorry. This is it. Okay, wait. Is this it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I need paint again. Give me paint. So, Donald Trump showed the tariffs the other day. I'll show you the chart again. Trump tariff chart. Here he is. He's holding it up. He showed the chart, okay? And they specifically had this part where it said tariffs charged to the USA. And I spoke about this on the podcast, spoke about it yesterday. But I just want it super clear where this number comes from because it is not. It is not tariffs charged to the USA. This title is incorrect. Okay, it's just not true. And so the calculation has been figured out. Like people have found it and it matches 1-to-1 with all of these. It's this, okay? They take okay, so it's the amount we import from that country. So let's say it's Vietnam. The amount we import from them minus the amount we export to them divided by the amount we import. Okay? That's it. I'm sorry. It's export minus import. It's export minus import. But it doesn't matter. You flip it either way. Okay? That's what it is. That is the number that comes up with like this this number here. So like what this means is we just buy more from Vietnam than they buy from us. That's all it's saying. That is what the number is showing. It is showing that we buy more from Vietnam than we buy from us. Now, what was extra funny though, which is why it's so funny to me, because that is the formula. I'm not changing, I'm not exaggerating. That is the exact formula they used to get every one of these numbers. It's not based on what tariffs they actually have. It's just based on who buys more from who. Understandable, that's not a tariff. That doesn't make any sense. For example, Japan has extremely low tariffs on American goods. They just buy more, or we buy more of their stuff than they buy of us. So they say we have they have a high tariff on us. They don't. They can, our goods can sell there at cost. We can sell cars in Japan. So I understand that's very silly. Now, what they did though, when people pointed this out, was one of the people behind it got kind of huffy on Twitter and said, no, there's a more complicated formula here. And they post this fancy looking formula that I have isolated here. Okay. Now I'm going to copy this formula into Paint and I'm going to show you a little bit more about it. So this is the formula. Now, what you're going to find out, again, I need to flip these. I'm sorry. Can I get like a black square? How do I, dude, give me black. Okay. I gotta fix this. It's export minus import, sorry. Export minus import. Okay, so what do you think X1 is in this chart? Well, it turns out this is exports, okay? What do you think MI is in this chart? Turns out that's imports. That's imports. So what are these fancy things? Well, it turns out this, I don't even know the Greek symbol for it is, but this stands for 4. Epsilon. All right, what's this one? This is epsilon, and this one's, what is this? Phi? Okay. Phi stands for 1/4. So these two cancel each other out, and it's exports minus imports divided by imports. I am not kidding. Imports times 1. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to. This is actually this formula. This is a joke. This is a fucking joke. This is a fucking joke. So that is the formula. It's export minus import divided by import. It has nothing at all to do with the tariffs they're charging us, which is leading to these wildly out of whack situations. I mean, with us putting 40% tariffs on the Falkland Islands and shit, it doesn't make any sense. Just because we buy squid from them, they don't buy anything from us. Because there's only 3,000 people there. What are they going to buy from us? Fucking Boeing jets? So I just want that to be super clear. I mean, this is quite a joke. And to my understanding, and this is not confirmed, my understanding is they presented a couple options to Trump himself of how they wanted to structure the tariffs. And one of them, they had done their research on basically what tariffs were actually being charged on us and what those reciprocal tariffs could be. And he picked this one. He picked this one. This is the one he wanted. And so this is the most nonsensical one. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have no steel man for this. It's a really foolish decision. And I already made a video on this, so I don't need to continue. But I just want that to be fully understood, that is the actual formula. I'm not fooling. I'm not pulling a trick here. This is the formula from the website. This is the formula they talked about on Twitter. This is their formula. They haven't even taken this down, and it's so embarrassing. This is the office of the United States. This is like Lutnick's fucking office. This is, look, you can see it right here. Look, Sigma set at 4. Phi set at 0.25. You can see it right here. You can see it right here, dude. I'm not fucking with you. It literally is what I said. I'm not fucking with you. That's crazy. They cancel each other out. It might as well not exist. It's just making the formula look fancier, so you're not as embarrassed about it getting figured out. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm gonna use a gaming example here. Imagine because Cage Roll's watching. Cage Roll, if you're watching this clip, Cage Roll, if you're watching this clip, I'm gonna use a League of Legends example. Okay, imagine you're on a League of Legends team with somebody, and you're the top laner, right? And you're talking to the mid laner, and the mid laner is like, I want to play Fizz, okay, and you're like, Fizz is not in meta. Fizz is not a good champion. Fizz is not, there's better champions you could pick. I don't like the choice of Fizz. But the guy goes ahead and plays Fizz anyway. All right? Now, if this person is, let's say, a top 5 mid laner in the world, if they're really fucking good at Fizz, at least there's a point. Do you know what I'm saying? If the execution is good, maybe strategically it's not great, but at least they're playing good enough that you have a chance. But if they're picking Fizz and they're bronze, it doesn't even matter. Like, whether or not their ideals are right, they'll never be able to prove if Fizz is good or not because the execution is so fucking bad. That is what I don't agree with Tariffs ideologically. But if Trump wants to pick Fizz, I'm all for non-standard picks. If he wants to pick Fizz, you have to execute it at a world-class level to even have a chance. You have to be challenger level. You can't be Iron out there doing everything willy-nilly and wrong, because then it doesn't matter if your pick's good or not. You'll never win anyway. That is what I'm trying to make an argument on, not just ideological differences, but executional differences. You have to have competence. You have to be, smart and sharp and targeted and have a scalpel instead of a fucking hatchet and understand it. If not, it doesn't matter what your argument is. It doesn't matter that you think Fizz is actually good because you're not good enough to use him. It's a skill gap. It's a skill gap more than anything. That's like a gaming example that I want to say. We're just getting skill gapped by like China, who's like the adult in the room. And I think a great example of that. I don't know if I can explain this better. Let me see if I can show you a perfect example of that. I have it. Give me 1 second. This is what I'm talking about getting skill gapped. Give me 1 second. Damn. Oh, I found it. Okay. Let's talk about getting skill gapped. Okay. All right. This is China's Minister of Education. Okay? Let's look at his background. Computer science master's degree, doctorate, attended Columbia University, Chinese Academy of Sciences. He got the Legion of Honor by the French government. This is long fucking history of education. Okay? Now, whether or not his tactics are 100% correct, it seems like he's a serious, intelligent man who's like working his hardest to what he thinks is the right idea for his country. Maybe I disagree with how they handle education in China. I mean, it's burning people. There's like a high suicide rate among kids because there's such competition. But whatever, it's a plan. This is our Secretary of Education. She's Vince McMahon's wife. The World Wrestling Entertainment. She initiated the company's civic program, Smack Down Your Vote. She had a feud with her husband that culminated at WrestleMania X7. That's our Secretary of Education. Okay? So it does, even if her idea is better, which I don't think it is, but if it was, her execution is not there. She's not a competent enough person, a focused enough person, a background enough person to make this work. That is my argument, is that we can't even get to the level of disagreeing on ideologic stuff when there's not a competence, when there's not a seriousness. That's my argument here. To use a League of Legends example. Don't shit on wrestling. Is that what I was doing? Oliver laid back. Is that what I was doing? Or was I possibly saying that being the head of the WWE's wife does not qualify you to run education for a 300 million person country. Turning into a fucking corporatist. Country. And you know what? Maybe it does qualify you. It's only because my vote was for The Undertaker. I voted for The Undertaker, okay? I thought he would fucking fix the schooling system. From the top ropes, dude. Hell in a Cell. As a kid, I was pissed when The Undertaker didn't get his undefeated streak. Well, that's why we owe him as a country one chance to run shit. We owe him as a country one. He got screwed on this fucking undefeated streak, and so let's put him in charge of some shit. One more chance. What is this? Maybe we'll watch this. It looks interesting. Maybe we'll watch this. I have some things I wanted to watch, though. Bernie posted a video. Bernald Sanders. Dude, if I have to see another fucking Graham Stephan video called It's... Dude, look at his thumb. I'm being mean. I'm being mean, but it just popped up in my fucking recommended, and now I'm mad. Let's just look at this. It's over. Shit. Sell. What the fuck? Sell. Sell. What the fuck? Look poor. Recession is over. Prepare. 74K poor. Didn't you get a China video too? You should do this pose. This pose always works. G didn't work in the farms to be treated like that. Facts. It's funny because in a different world, there are some economic problems in China right now that are worth talking about, but they seem small scale now. There are some, they're serious. They're worth talking about, but it just doesn't feel like the top of mind news to... What's your favorite LeBron song? Man in the Lakers. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. Ooh, ooh, I'm asking you to say his name. No message could have been any clearer. Play it. Someone give me a link. All right, just one for the fans. Let me get a drink.
Yeah.
We'll just vibe for a second. Let me get a drink.
I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. Greatness never fades now. Look. Came in the game as a young king. Now we 38 doing young things. Still above the rim when the crowd screams. Told them all strive for greatness, that's a real thing. Triple double, yeah, still elite. Half court logo, that's an easy 3. They was switching teams, he was building dreams. Now they all in the rafters, yeah, the vision clean. I've been moving like LeBron James. Pressure on me, but I love the game. Out in LA like the golden days. Still got the drive, never pump the brakes. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. Still running up the stats, no favors. Baby switching sides, he stay major. Legend in the books, nothing greater. Fourth quarter, that's a mindset. Ain't no low management, he ain't sidestep. Came up from the struggle, had to grind that. Now we drop dimes like a finance. They try to count him out, that's a sad take. Still putting numbers on the board, check the fan base. Came from Akron.
Wait, what is it? LeBron, because he's been playing that long. That's the only thing that can unite the generations, because of how fucking long he's been a good player. It's like LeBron James, Pokemon, and 9/11. It's like the only things we can all... It's the only cultural artifacts we can all fucking talk about. It's the big 3. It's the real big 3. What is this? Yeah, I saw the L and so I'm not sure if I believe it. This formula is not difficult to make. A human could have done it. I think it's funny to imagine they used ChatGPT, and maybe they did, but I don't have proof on it, and I certainly would need that to be true for it to be a bad idea. What else did I want to show you? I wanted to show you, what is this Howard Lutnick clip? Bro, I'm getting sick of Howard Lutnick, I'll tell you that.
They won't take lobster in Europe or the UK. I mean, why won't they take American lobster?
Now they do. They didn't for a while, but now they do.
But they don't, because okay. Downing Street said they're going to start, if they change their trade policy, they're going to start having...
Let me just follow up with you. And by the way, in August 2020, the EU did agree to eliminate tariffs on fresh and frozen American lobsters. Just quick fact check there. But hold on.
They won't take lobster.
Yeah, fuck you, Howard Lutnick. Just lie. Dude, I saw him lie in real time, because one of the first speeches he gave, this is a while ago, I talked about it on the stream, where he talked about Japanese tariffs on American cars. He's like, American cars can't compete in Japan because there's a tariff. And I was like, oh, that sounds weird. Why would they do that? They already have their own car companies that are successful. And then I looked into it, and it was a lie. It was just not true. It's just, they don't have any tariffs on American cars. They just don't buy them. The only brand they like is Jeep. They buy Jeeps because it's kind of cool and American and different. Japan needs to buy Ford F-150s that are larger than the average Japanese living room. All right, well, there's two things that are based about that. One is that you need them to buy more American trucks. Amen. That's real. Number two is you keep your truck in your living room. Why would the size of your living room matter for the size of your car? You just park outside. It doesn't. There should be no. There shouldn't be a correlation, really. The real big 3. My truck is my living room. Based. You're mobile. And this time, that can't be beat. Dude, it's also funny. So, like, does this guy still have his post? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this guy. Okay. So this guy, Geiger Capital, kind of a finance guy, shit poster on Twitter, said this in 24. No one other than fairly stupid partisans on the left thinks Trump is going to implement 20% tariffs on everything across the board. It aged poorly, okay? It is a real tweet, and he recently said, I won't delete it, but I was wrong, which I think is honorable. I was wrong. He's done it. And then he spent all this time just shitting on these tariffs. just absolutely fucking shitting on them. Let's give you the most recent one. Yeah, like how it was calculated. Absolutely fucking absurd. It's just funny. It's just funny. I mean, I'm not going to say based because this guy still like supports GME and shit. Stupid finance shit. But at the very least didn't fucking backpedal, you know, admitted being fucking wrong about it and then continued to be against its consistency at least, which I respect. What else? I'm talking about the man on the Legos. Oh, speaking of 9/11, April 3rd, yesterday, was an equivalent downturn in the stock market to the day of 9/11. It wasn't as bad as COVID or the GFC, a little less than the dot-com crash, but it was the same as 9/11 impact on the market. It was a 9/11 to the market. A second tariff has hit the towers, so to speak. Oh, and then speaking of big booms, that shit is gas. That is gas. Beethoven who? Literally who? I think if Beethoven were to hear that, he would quit music. Not because it's bad, because he knows he can never match it. Wasn't he deaf? Maybe a time traveler already showed it to him. Maybe a time traveler already showed it to him and it made him lose his ability to hear. Maybe that's what happened. New CoffeeZilla. I think you should watch it on your own. It's already a few days old. Did you see this Year of Kindness video yet? What's this? Atrioc's Year of Kindness, a 10-minute video. I'm not going to watch this whole thing. I'm just saying. There's a new Almost Friday. We should watch this. In 2025, considering how crazy all this stuff is, it might be nice to try kindness first. Because there's absolutely no way we're getting through all this. Bro, I just realized I just said try kindness first. That's it. That's all I said. And I do that. I try it first and then I crash out. I have a second or option. I'm not even fucking breaking my own rule. It's just kindness first, fucking ban second, violence second. Without some kind of dialogue, bro. When you catch me in 2 weeks yelling at a chatter, remind me of this. I'm gonna try, dude. I'm gonna try, dude. I tried. Year of kindness? Hey, you're right. It's the year of kindness. And I need to really try to get my head around how someone could have 3 functioning brain cells. And I need to be more caring and compassionate because when you only have 3, then not you have to pick different. I mean, wait, I just got a first-time chat message. Can I read this to you? This first-time chat message just said, hey, first-time chat messenger here. Been watching your videos for a long time. I think you're an overall a quality YouTuber. Very nice. Please don't do the Atrioc thing where someone says something nice and then you immediately are like, kill yourself /JK. I've never done that. I have never done that. In my life, I've never had someone. No, I have not. This is my favorite stream content. Shut the fuck up, R-dubs. On God. Year of kindness.
Fucking relax.
That's not
relax. Relax.
First of all, that's R-dubs, okay? If Stalin said he liked my stream, I was to be nice to him, okay? Yeah, I'm equating R-dubs and Stalin. You should see the gulags he puts chatters in.
Relax.
He says as he screams.
LMAO old school. Oh, I'm sorry, Victor Von Gogh. Should I have said 2002 fucking Shaq and Kobe? Should I have watched the fucking Showtime Lakers in the fucking 70s? You fucking pedantic dipshit. Your kindness.
Enough of this video, first of all. And also, I was spitting there because it was pedantic. It was pedantic. It was pedantic. And I think I've made my points. Let's watch something. Why is GME trending today? Why is GME trending today? Why is GME? Is this real? No fucking way. Dude, this is fucking desperation. People on their last legs dumping into GME. It's about to moon. Liberation Day. Holy fuck, American economy is saved. Why do we need to worry about manufacturing when we have fucking a dying games retailer? Holy fuck. GME stock. Damn, it really did fucking rally today. I mean, not like it fucking matters. It rallied. It's weird that it rallied today, but like year to date. People keep getting too excited about like a green day of 5% after it's been down 15, 20. Like the stock market goes like zigzags, you know? You're always going to have some green days, but if the trend is down, yeah, it's not looking good. Hey, Truck, did you buy the dip this morning? No, better. I went to the gas station and bought some dip. Tobacco. And I just enjoyed that. Some chaw. Yeah, it's kind of like a W move. Better investment? Yeah, exactly. I want to watch the Almost Friday. That's why I stopped. I want to watch the Almost Friday. That's what I want to do. Almost Friday. Almost Friday. Where is it? Almost Friday. Almost Friday. Almost Friday. How to break bad news. 5-minute sketch. Let's see.
Dad, I'm gay. Dad, I'm gay. Dad, I'm gay. I've been meaning to tell you this for a long time. I'm gay. And I hope this doesn't change it. I love you. I'm your son. You're my father. And I want you to know I'm gay.
I've always claimed to be a hunter, but your brother, you can. Oh, there he is. Hey, I was just telling your sister here about that time we took down $4 one afternoon. You remember that?
Yeah, right. That was cool. Look, Dad, there's something I gotta tell you.
What was it you said right after we took down that last one? What was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was like this. It was like this. Fours Company. Like the TV show.
Yeah.
Dad, can I talk?
Whoa, all right. Yeah, go ahead. Four's yours.
Sorry. I know I should probably wait until Mom gets home to do this, but I'm just gonna do it now.
I'll get it.
Did you invite somebody over?
No.
Who's this? Are you the family of Maureen Holston?
Yeah, what's going on?
Step 1 in giving bad news. Be honest and direct. Your wife was beaten to death with an old boot.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
What?
Their mother was beaten to death with an old boot.
What are you talking about?
Step 2, use clear and simple language. Your mommy brain no work no more, because old boot kill her. All right? Mommy got boot brain.
Stop talking to me like I'm a fucking child and tell me what the hell is going on.
Step 3, make sure they have all the facts. Mackenzie, show them. Video.
Oh, it's great. You can see everything.
Show them. Sorry,
My bad.
pulling it up right now.
Good.
This will make a lot more sense when you see this.
Ah, bang.
Okay, you see that is Maureen Holston, your wife, your mother. And the assailant is bashing her brains in with a very old boot. Okay?
We think the boot's from the 1920s.
Well, maybe even earlier than that. Forensics is still working it out, so. Step 4, give them time to process.
Where can...
Step 5, acknowledge the impact. Now, I realize that this is very hard for you to digest right now. You are in shock. You probably haven't even absorbed the implications of her death.
This is the best you'll feel the rest of your life.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Step 6, when it feels right, offer some solutions. Now, Mr. Holston, Mr. Holston, you could find a new one.
A new what?
A new wife, sir.
What?
Dating apps.
Yeah, Hinge, Bumble, maybe some skewing a
Little
older. Hey!
Step 7, if they're really not taking the news well, then maybe it's time to soften the blow with some good news. Whoa, he's gay!
What?
Yeah, and you're ready to tell the world, aren't you?
How did you know that?
I'm a detective, kid. This is what I do.
It's a beautiful thing to be comfortable with your sexuality. I mean, I've been out 15 years.
We know, Oliver. We've always known.
You too, Dad?
Of course, kiddo. Doesn't change a thing.
I never got to tell Mom.
She knew. And she was so damn proud of you. We're gonna get through this together. I love you both so much.
I'm an idiot.
Oh. Like a watermelon.
Yeah. How did you not see it coming?
Fuck out of my house.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Can one of you ID the body?
Get the fuck out of here!
Well,
I love you.
I didn't know you were gay, Mackenzie.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just hammered. So.
Don't mind if I do, you rat bastard.
Oh shit, my safety's off. Or wait, no, is it on?
Gives a shit.
Yeah, you're right. I never remember. It's like one of
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Cinema. Holy shit. Watch out, Vince Gilligan. You know what I'm saying? Watch out, Vince Gilligan. Ugh. Better for like 5 minutes. Well, it was. So you're wrong. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, someone asked me if I've been watching Fox News. Apparently, this segment is fucking fire. What is this?
Breaking news coming in at this hour. The action right now. More and more nations are talking tariff deals with the White House and lowering their trade barriers. We've got the growing list of names. It's beyond Cambodia and Vietnam. Breaking news coming.
Fucking. That's great. That's fucking based. Oh, dude, one more thing. So Donald Trump, he put out, let's see if we can find it. I don't want to misrepresent. I literally want to show what it is. Truth Social Trump. He tweets so often, so it might be hard to find. But he put something. Here it is. Okay. This is on his actual account. Okay, he tweeted this.
Crashing the stock market by 20% this month, but he's doing it on purpose. And this is why Warren Buffett just said Trump is making the best economic moves he's seen in over 50 years.
Right, so this is from Trump, and he truthed it. And that first part I saw, I was already a little suspicious. So I looked into it, and not only is that not true, but Warren Buffett had to immediately put out a press release saying it is false. He did not. And Warren Buffett never, ever gets involved in politics. But if the president's going to tweet something saying something, you have to it's just not true. Anyway, I'll watch the rest.
Now, here's the secret game he's playing, and it could make you rich. So why is he doing this? To push cash into treasuries, which forces the Fed to slash interest rates in May, and those lower rates give the Fed the ability to refinance trillions of debt very inexpensively. It also weakens the dollar and drops mortgage rates. Now, it's a wild chess move, but it's working. Now, you're probably wondering, what about his tariffs? Well, I'll tell you, it's a genius play. It actually forces companies to build here to dodge them. It also forces farmers to sell more of their products here in the U.S. to bring grocery prices way down. We've already seen this with eggs. Now, remember, 94% of all stocks are owned only by 8% of Americans. So Trump, he's taking from the rich short term and handing it to the middle class through lower prices.
That's just not true. I believe he's impoverishing both groups, is what I will say. The people that own stocks or have 401ks are feeling the pain, but the pain is because of these massive tax increases, which what tariffs are, on the prices of regular goods. So the things you buy are going to get more expensive. And that hits poor people the hardest because they have to fucking buy this shit. The end of cheap goods is horrendous for their bottom line. So it's really a group impoverishment. But Warren Buffett said otherwise, so what do I know? What's this video? That's funny. That's funny. What is this?
Tariff is a tax on Americans. A tariff isn't paid by the exporter. China's not going to pay the tariff. The buyer is going to pay the tariff.
Donald Trump has proposed a 40% tariff, which is a tax on all of you. I think raising your taxes by 40% would kill jobs all across this country.
I have never agreed with the president's tariff policy, and that's why I do call him and I say, Mr. President, I need to talk to you about these tariffs. And he will come back and he'll say, oh, Joni, I know that you don't like tariffs, but I'm a tariff guy.
Taxing European car imports hurts BMW because they can do the same thing to us. China wins when we fight with Europe. China wins when the American consumer has higher prices because of tariffs that don't affect Chinese behavior.
Now with a 10% tariff laid down, who pays that tariff? The American workers and the American companies pay the brunt of all those. So far, Americans have paid $12 billion in tariffs. It's not punishing the Chinese, it's punishing us.
You know, the highest tariff levels in the history of this country, the Smoot-Hawley tariffs, were enacted, and it shut down world trade. There's little doubt that these protectionist barriers that were put up in 1930 or 31 made the Great Depression worse. So let's not repeat that mistake.
I hope that our administration is looking at ways to expand and grow
Wait, when is this from? Oh, before.
opportunities for American businesses and farmers and ranchers, and not get us into this tit-for-tat trade war with some of these countries, even China.
A generalized tariff that would actually harm allies, harm American consumers, by the way. And again, if we start engaging in trade wars, I just don't believe anybody wins a trade war, quite honestly. I just think there's so much collateral damage. I think it's a very risky and dangerous strategy.
I'm much more of a free trader. I have worry about retaliation against our products that certainly we have a lot of in Wyoming. So I'm focused on the businesses here at home, the impact of trade, and the impact of tariffs, which I have concerns about, and specifically the retaliation that may come as a result of this new announcement.
Strong trade relationships, particularly with Canada and Mexico, are primary drivers of our nation's economy. We must protect those relationships and be careful as we consider changes in our approach to trade to be certain that Americans continue to benefit from the economic opportunities that have created by a strong trade policy.
It's fucked up. Yeah, these are all like from fucking 2020. That's wild. That's fucking wild. Oh, dude, we were talking about the M-Dash earlier, and Zoomers on podcasts are calling it the ChatGPT hyphen. Like it's so ChatGPT coded that you can't use it as a human.
ChatGPT hyphen is getting a lot of stick at the moment.
Why?
Okay, Pretty Little Thing recently had a rebrand. The top most liked comment was someone being like, "I can't believe they let ChatGPT hyphen in." It's a longer hyphen. I don't know if you've noticed it.
Advice that we've been given, and everyone should take it. Person, ChatGPT, person. You put it in, you use ChatGPT, and then you put it in your own words.
Yeah. So basically, public service announcement, take out the hyphen.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I mean, it's kind of rage bait, but that's the way culture will go if it's Oh, I saw this. Bro, if Scott Bessent leaves, it's over. It's fucking over. I saw that he's thinking of an exit after 2 months on the job. Specifically after April 2nd is what I heard. I heard that because I've heard Scott Bessent talk. He's smarter than me. He's a smarter guy than me. He knows he's a great history in economics, in finance. He knows what he's fucking doing. I've been disappointed with his performance so far, but largely it feels like his hands are tied because he was anti-tariff, anti-all this before he came in, and then he would say positive things on the news. But my understanding is that he is the one that proposed to Trump only doing reciprocal tariffs. So don't add any tariffs, just reciprocal what they do to us, which would be fine if he hadn't gone with this formula, with the reciprocal formula that doesn't make any fucking sense, that makes up. That's my understanding. My understanding is like he tried his best to get Trump to limit the tariffs to only, and then Trump just made up these fucking numbers, and now we have like 46% on Vietnam and shit. And I think if Scott Bessent can't get through to him on that, there's no point, and I think he might leave. And if he leaves, though, that was the last adult in the room. That's the last guy with any idea how this shit all connects. Yeah, I don't know. I will be. I'm already not positive, but I'm already like nervous and worried. But that would really panic me. Lutnick's trash. If Lutnick gets the job, it's fucking over. Lutnick is trash. But Bessent is smart. He's just kind of hamstrung here. What about Ludwig? Yeah, or Ludwig. If we get Scott Bessent or Ludwig as Treasury Secretary, we're all right. Boys! Today, we're announcing tariffs. How China scammed me. How China scammed me out of $2 trillion. We're going to take the stock market from the top tip to the bottom tip. In one recession. Okay, wait. There was something else. There's possibly one more thing. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. I'm asking. Oh, my quants are low-key cooking after tariffs. We gotta show this. Let's end the tariff discussion with some wiser minds than mine.
What about tariffs are good? Let's start with that.
We actually used to have tariffs with President McKinley. In the modern economy, it's hard to master tariffs. There's a bunch of other countries that we're now putting tariffs on that actually have had tariffs on us for a while.
It raises prices. And another thing, it is a form of hostile foreign policy. The state of world politics at the moment needs a lot less hostility.
If you have large tariffs on cars, that makes people then want to buy cars made in the U.S. because they're cheaper than cars made in Japan or Germany. It encourages your own economy.
I personally think tariffs are good, but I can see how tariffs are kind of alarming Americans.
Marketing Monday Discord, folks. Marketing Monday Discord. Get in there. The fucking hot heat is coming out. I saw comments. I didn't watch this video yet, but I saw comments that like the implication is that the series of crashes we had this year were part of him filming this. Like the timing's so fucking crazy. That's wild. That's fucking wild. World leaders after yesterday.
I love China! I love it so much! I love China!
That's a good clip. That's a fucking good clip. I gotta save that. I gotta say, what other news did I have for you? I wrote some stuff down. Yeah, it's all kind. I don't want to. I don't want to do too much doomer stuff. I'll just say, if you want my actual reaction to the tariff, especially in the short term, is that most businesses, especially small businesses in America, don't have the working capital to even pay the tariffs, which means they have to reduce their order size to be safe because they're not confident they can, like, they can't, if they borrow the money and they can't actually pass along with price increases, then they're screwed. So what they have to do is reduce order sizes. And when they reduce their order size for safety, they have to do layoffs, which means in the short term, we're already seeing layoff spike, but the only rational solution for most small to medium-sized businesses is layoffs, is meaningful layoffs. So, you know, I'm not trying to be glib about this one. I think this one really sucks. And I think we saw it actually today. I have one more video. I saw, it was a Stellantis plant. Yeah, look, 900 Stellantis workers laid off today.
Trump announcing new tariffs this week. Workers at carmaker Stellantis were worrying about their futures.
Like, this is regular fucking people. Yesterday media, but like, this is the impact of not having the working capital to pay unpredictable tariffs. There's going to have to be immediate layoffs at a good number of places. Even if the tariffs are eventually negotiated down, the risk is too high because you need to have a huge amount of cash on hand to pay the tariff as it arrives, as the shipment arrives. So it's too risky unless you're confident you can raise the price the exact amount of the tariff. And so what they will likely do is reduce order size. And when you do that, you have to just lay off immediately or it's unproductive. So I would expect like this month, April, to be horrendous for job cuts, like horrendous for layoffs, especially things that have to do with importing or manufacturing or manufacturing with parts. If it's not 100% the whole supply chain in America.
The company announced Thursday it is temporarily laying off 900 workers at 5 U.S. plants and halting production at 1 each in Mexico and Canada. Denny Butler is vice president of the United Auto Workers Local 685, representing Stellantis workers in Indiana.
We've got a group of 470 some people out there that are starting to worry. They don't know if they need to go find another job or not. That's the frustrating part because it's our job to be able to help and reach out and guide those people and give them an honest opinion on what they need to do, and we can't. That's the frustrating part.
Trump broadened tariffs to a 10% baseline on all U.S. imports with higher rates for countries with the highest U.S. trade deficits. This followed last week's announcement of 25% duties on all auto imports, which shocked the global car industry. In a letter sent to employees on Thursday morning, Stellantis' Americas chief said the company is, quote, continuing to assess the medium and long-term effects of these tariffs, but had decided to take some immediate actions.
Yes, the main thing is like the immediate actions are like, yeah, regardless of how these tariffs play out, and obviously I'm pretty negative on it, but the immediate action, even if you support them, is that they're going to have to fucking reduce costs dramatically in the short term to have enough working capital to afford the tariffs. And so it's bad. That's the not and glib part. I don't want to joke too much about 900 people getting laid off at an auto plant because this is happening all over, and it's not good. I can't even say glizzy or something. Yeah, I just think I think it's really stupid. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. I've talked about tariffs so much, and I think you know my opinion. But that's part of why. Those are the main things I wrote down. I watched Jerome Powell's speech today. He was still not giving an answer. I think Trump really wants him to cut interest rates. He has given no indication that he would do that. He may have to if job cuts keep rising. Yeah, there was a guy that said we're cooked. There was an old guy. You know, gaming slang has hit the mainstream when there was like a fucking 70-year-old man saying, "Are we cooked?" to Jerome Powell. I watched that on repeat. Yeah, it was good. Or would cutting interest rates affect bonds? Yeah, that's exactly what it would do. It would. I mean, when you cut interest rates and you make it easier to borrow money, usually it stimulates the economy. It's somewhat inflationary, but Trump would like interest rates lower. Okay. Did I have something else? Oh, Coca-Cola. One good thing for me in the dog suck competition, I saw this news in my thing. Coca-Cola hit all-time highs. It's down a little bit today, but people are flocking a little bit to the safety of Coca-Cola, and it's doing really well. Year of Soda is in full swing. And DW, which is like kind of the BBC of Germany. It's state funded. Probably the, I think, most reliable German news source that you can find. Had a poll. How about that? How about fucking that? Something good happened. What else did I read? I couldn't read as much as I wanted today because fucking Quack was yapping, dude. Yap, yap, yap. Is Quack back? No, I was gonna wait. I might have to end here in a second. To be honest, I know it's a short stream, but I want to watch the end of the Lakers game. I'll just be honest. I straight up want to watch the end of the Lakers game, and then I want to go take Quack out to tacos when he gets back. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. Watch it on stream. You want me to just sit here and watch it all, like you can't see it or hear it? That doesn't seem very good. I just think they're gonna win, and I would like to watch a win from my favorite team. You know?
And grow.
Da 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 da. Atrioc, a last one in, first one out type of guy. What does that mean? How I fire people? Fuck my chungus life. It's half low, bro. You can wait. All right. Atrioc didn't stream yesterday. Started late and ended early. True. Facts. But I've put out more content than ever. I have a daily video on Big A, and I have main channel video, and I have podcasts. So, in a way, I am grustling. Gaming? Bro, Gaming Frogs are just going to have to fucking shut up and take it until Silksong comes out, Switch 2 comes out. Oh, I have a gaming announcement. Guess what I got? IOI Interactive sent me this. Shoutouts to IOI Interactive. I'm going to play Hitman VR with Linkus soon. Very soon. This is not sponsored, I guess. They just sent me this. They didn't pay anything. So if I don't like it, I'll say so. You know, I can afford to reimburse myself for this. So, but I think it should be fun. It should be fucking fun to play with Linkus. You know, we haven't done a fucking me and Linkus thing in a while, and I think it'll be a blast. So Gaming Frogs, I think that'll be a blast. We're gonna do a bunch of challenges in VR, and yeah, it'll be great. And then when Silksong drops, I'm dropping all news. Maybe I open with 30 minutes of yap or whatever every stream, but I'm going all in Silksong every day till we fucking 100% it, 111% or whatever. It's gonna be fucking fire. I can't wait, dude. Can I just say, Silksong looks so good. I know, I tweeted this. I was like, I'm trying to be jaded because I know they're going to delay it, or I worried they will. I don't get my hopes up, but I can't. I think they're real this time. Look at these screenshots. It looks so fucking sick and fun. Especially this first one. This boss, it's just like fucking black. I can't wait. I think it's real. I think it's real, bro. I think it's real. It's real. It's happening. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome, and I'm just really excited. I can't wait to actually that plus Slay the Spire 2. That's all gaming frogs they're gonna eat like pigs in a trough this year, but none of it's out yet. So right now I'm just farming news because there's so much news. What are your thoughts on the idea that with all this uncertainty to lower rates in order to refinance the U.S. debt at a lower savings rate? I've talked about this multiple times, but just to repeat again, it is like if I wanted to cook a piece of toast, so I burned my house down. Okay, it's like I possibly will get the toast, but at what cost? Do you understand? The damage being done is so extreme, and what we get is a few points less of interest payment on our massive, massive debt. Another way to get your long-term interest rates down is to be an extremely reliable partner that has high growth expectations. If people think you are reliable and able to pay your debt, then they offer it to you at lower rates. That would probably be the better way to do it than trying to panic the rest of the world into going to U.S. Treasuries as a safe zone by destroying everyone's 401k. And I think James Chanos, if you want to read more about his stuff, has done the math. And it's like, so far we've destroyed like $2 trillion in stock value to get 10-year yields down, fucking 2 basis points or something. It's like, at that rate, we have to be as low as the bottom of the great financial crisis to get it down to 3%, which is what I guess is the goal. It's not enough. People aren't doing what they thought they would, which is panicking and buying U.S. Treasuries. Some people are, but not enough. Other countries aren't. So if that was the plan, it's not working. And I don't think that was really the plan. I think that's like an ad hoc, post hoc representation, post hoc explanation. Anyway, chat, this shit's not working, and it does work on my TV. So I'm going to go watch the Lakers game. I'm sorry for the short stream today, but I have guests. I have Quack here. I'll be back tomorrow. And what is tomorrow? Saturday? Get Smarter Saturday? And possibly Schedule 1. Been thinking on when to play that. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little 2-hour podcast with you. Sevens, good night. We'll raid somebody. And wish Luka Doncic luck at hitting a 3. Let's raid Wubby. Pay money Wubby. Because I fucking love the Wubster, dude. 7, say hi to Quack. Tomorrow, Quack will come on stream and give you his honest Minecraft movie review. Okay, thanks. Bye.